Norms are social expectations that guide behavior. It explains why people do what they do in given situations. In Indonesia, when one meets people that are older than them or elderly, they kiss their hands as a greeting in order to say goodbye. Norms are applied differently in each culture of the world. It's a silent agreement in which everyone agrees on, whether it's been taught at home or at school. It is very important for everybody to apply social norms in their lives so that they are accepted in the society.
Back in the day, greetings others should be done in the most appropriate way by using a proper manner, as well as saying thank you and goodbye. However, as technology develops, gadgets became a daily routine and it caused some changes towards the traditions. Those changes can either be positive or negative. But even so, kids today are slowly forgetting the traditions and even stop following them. Kids do not treat their elders as respectfully, and some would even treat elders in a harsh manner, such as raising their voice or disobeying them. This happens because the lack of information and knowledge of how one must greet others, especially their elder, is causing them to do opposite of what they're supposed to.
Nowadays, many parents are granting their kids that are under the age of 18 permission regarding the usage of phones without any restrictions, while other parents do not, as they are afraid it would lead to addiction. This could also happen to students. Changes in attitude and/or personality can happen because of their direct environments, which are at home or at school. Seeing another student using profanities might lead them to try and do the same.
With the more advanced technologies in this generation, it starts to determine how one's brain develops. But on the contrary, the rise of internet allows us to strengthen our ability to grasp information rapidly and efficiently. Whether or not technology affects children depends on what they are using it for and the frequency. In past generations, children directed a huge amount of time towards reading, an activity that required sustained attention, imagination, and memory. With the existence of television, that attention was altered by offering children visual stimuli, fragmented attention, and a little need for imagination. The sudden changes can affect children either positively or negatively. It all comes back to how technology is being used and the frequency of it.
87% of Indonesians consider themselves to be Muslim, and there are roughly 269 million people there. So, there are approximately 234,090,000 Muslims living there. With a huge amount of Muslims populating Indonesia, social norms form in the community based on the Islamic religion, and it changes how people live daily. But in this era, freedom of worship is something we are familiar with, a fundamental human right that protects the conscience of all people. It allows us to think, to express, and to act upon what we deeply believe in. Nowadays, people believe in other religions. People have even started new religions, and some just don't even believe in them. Then they chose not to worship any type of God. Technology, new lifestyles, and the new discoveries on Earth all contribute to the freedom of worship, where people can worship whatever they want to worship, and nobody can criticize or judge them.